What is an on-the-day coordinator? And what do they actually do? This is a question we get asked all the time as wedding planners, and I'm really not surprised why. So today I'm going to properly break it down for you. Hi, I'm Eva, 1/3 of the Wedding Wingwoman team, and today I'm going to be chatting to you all about on-the-day coordinators, what they do, what they don't do, and why they can be an absolute game changer for your wedding day. Before we go any further, hit subscribe and turn on notifications, because I promise you, this is one of those wedding roles people think they understand, but actually they massively underestimate it. And clearing this up and getting a good idea of what this role actually will add to your day will make a really big difference. So let's get into it. Let's start off with one thing. It's still your wedding. And couples kind of often say, do I really need an on-the-day coordinator? And the truth is, there's a good couple of questions to ask yourself to find that out. So we always say, do you want to enjoy your wedding day or do you want to manage it? That's the first one, because an on-the-day coordinator isn't there to take over your choices or your vision or plan your wedding. They're just there to run it so you don't have to. You've done the thinking, you've made the decisions. They just make sure it all actually happens and smoothly. So they are not your wedding planner. This applies if you've planned your own wedding and you just need someone to run the day. So what they do is they'll take over your suppliers, so you don't have to. So that's probably one of the biggest jobs they take on. And we normally would have a meeting with our clients about 6 weeks before the wedding, and we'd start getting in touch with all the suppliers, making contacts. They know to come to us with any further questions. And we're also their point of contact on the day when they arrive. So if the photographer's running late, or if the caterer needs access to the venue, or the florist might need to know where the flowers need to go, that's what the on-the-day coordinator will do. They will deal with everything. So rather than fielding the questions to the bride and groom or anyone in the bridal party, they will organise it all. And it means your suppliers will have one clear point of contact for the day, which is so important. And this point of contact should never be you, and it should never be your partner, and it should never be your mums or friends. You need someone to come and do this that isn't supposed to be part of the joy of your day. And that's what the coordinator will do. So they also create and run the timeline for you. So an on-the-day coordinator will put together a detailed timeline for your entire day. They'll work with you on that just to make sure, all the time is in place for everything you need. And then they make sure that everything stays to that timeline. So they manage arrivals, they manage setup, ceremony timings, the way guests move, what time the speeches are, what time the cake gets cut, the first dance, all of it. And without one, everyone ends up asking you what's happening next. When you have an on-the-day coordinator, the day just flows. It's just calm, it's quiet, and it's all on time. Another thing that they're there to do is they fix problems before you even know about them. And trust me, this is a big thing because things always go wrong on wedding days. And this is the bit that couples don't realize. So coordinators are constantly putting out tiny fires behind the scenes. I think that's probably the best way to describe it. So if something goes missing, if something's running late, if something isn't where it should be, if you need an extension cable or the napkins haven't arrived, there's 1,000,001 different things that could happen. But trust me, they fix it, and they'll do it discreetly, quickly, and without pulling you into it. So you can just stay calm and enjoy your day. And if you're not hearing about problems on your wedding day, that means that the coordinator is doing their job beautifully, because they are going to be the ones solving all those problems behind the scenes for you, so you don't have to. They also run the ceremony and they organise people. So they'll cue the music, they'll make sure the people in the procession are in the right order, they guide the wedding party, they make sure people are in the right seating and that the musicians start on time, they check the rings are ready. There's so many different things involved in the ceremony that they'll do. And again, if you don't have someone there cueing this, how would you know when to walk down the aisle or when the musicians are ready to play? They're basically stage managing your ceremony so you can just focus on the moment. They also handle all the setup and finer details, which is a really important one that people don't realize. So all the little details you've spent months planning. So place cards, decor, signage, table layouts. They make sure that it's all set up just as you intended, and they really kind of bring the vision to life. So they make sure the linens are smooth, the chairs are all in line, they'll move anything that's looking ugly. They will literally make sure everything is looking like perfection before you enter that space. They're really the final quality control before you or the guests arrive, which is so important because you won't be able to do that on your wedding day. And if I'm honest, the real reason people book them, and the question to ask, like, do you need an on-the-day coordinator? Like, the answer is no. Of course, you could technically run your own wedding, but should you? No, absolutely not. And do you want to? Probably not. An on-the-day coordinator just allows you to be present. You get to be relaxed and enjoy every moment. You don't want to have someone coming to ask you questions about cable ties when you're sipping champagne and getting your makeup done. You want to actually enjoy this whole wedding experience you've planned, and you want to live the day to the fullest. They exist so you don't spend your day answering questions, watching the clock, or having to solve these problems. And I do think that's kind of invaluable, right? So you can actually just enjoy your big day. So if this has helped you understand what on-the-day coordinators actually do, then give this video a like, hit subscribe, and tell me in the comments. Are you considering one? Is this something that you might need at your wedding? And if you want step-by-step guidance to plan your wedding, then come and visit us at yourweddingwingwoman.co.uk, because we can help you guide you through your entire planning process from start to finish. And it's basically like having me, Vanessa, or Emma in your pocket as a planner the entire way through the process. And trust us, we will really help you out. So that's all from me today, but stay tuned, have a look at some of our other videos because we've got loads of good stuff, and we will see you later. Bye.